Welcome to Shape It, the new Sopras Area podcast. Here, we'll talk about your project and innovation. We are starting with a cycle dedicated to airline. I hope you will like it.
Hello everyone and welcome to this new episode of Shape It. Today I will receive Sandeep Dinkale from Aeroline Bangalore and we'll talk about digital manufacturing. Good morning Sandeep.
Hello, very good morning, Charlotte.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Where are you at the moment?
Currently, I'm working from home and things are good.
Okay, good. So Sandeep, for those who don't know you, I will introduce you in a few words. So you have been working for 11 years in the manufacturing domain and in different types of industry like aerospace or automotive. You joined Soprasteria 2 years ago and you are currently working as a technical project lead for Aeroline in manufacturing projects like Airbus DDMS transformation or FAL. Maybe you can explain us what is the digital manufacturing.
Yes, manufacturing is the pure production where product gets built, the goods delivered to the customer. So that is manufacturing. It's pure related with the production. And simply put, digital manufacturing is the application of digital technologies to manufacturing. It is all about having the right information at right place at right time. The goal is to link the systems and span processes across all departments and function within value chain. So product life cycle is impacted from design to production to service of the final product. With digital manufacturing system, each stakeholders gain quicker access to more accurate data. This improves the process efficiency. And digital manufacturing requires integration between PLM, ERP and shop floor applications. So there are some key benefits of digital manufacturing like real-time visibility, faster pace of innovation, lower cost of production. Today, in Airbus Toulouse final assembly line, where the aircraft of A320 gets built, today the customer is having 18 number of aircrafts get built in a month, and that rate is a plan to increase by 20. So two number aircraft will going to increase. So that is how the vision digital manufacturing helps to improve this rate. That is a ramp up. So this is how digital manufacturing is very important in aerospace industry.
So why is it important for aerospace especially?
In the aerospace industry, in the last couple of years, we have seen the air travel has been increased phenomenally. And we are in the next decade, the same if we follow, the aviation industry is going to be double. What it means that the airline services across the globe, they will be operating with the full capacity and people will be used to travel more and more. Ultimately, the demand will get increased. And this is the important reason because today we have seen the backlog of aircraft. There is a gap between the the customer need and the delivery. So that's the reason digitalization of files play a very important role.
But can you explain us what is the simulation of FAL?
A simulation of file stand for final assembly line. It's where the product gets assembled and built. And imagine an assembly line. Usually, it's a place with the usually complex things where people, machine, and methods are organized in a logical way. This is how the product gets built on the line. So final assembly line, it is usually a combination of all these resources, a product and particular methodology, and the simulation, which is a computer based modeling and analysis approach. So with help of that, we can picture the real scenario and we can import that with help of these tools and do some analysis with help of computer. So this is how we called the simulation of fall. And we are helping customer to identify the issues quite early in the product development phase so that we can predict the behavior and save the time as well as we can save the cost. That is how the customer will get benefited. So this is how the final assembly line is.
So it helps to simplify complex methodology, if I understand.
Yes.
Okay, so that means that you're talking more about kind of consulting role. So am I right about this?
Yes.
Okay, so how do you as a consultant support the customer?
Yes, in the beginning, this is how when the project gets kicked off, So the first part is about the positioning and the about understanding the as is when it comes to the consulting role. So what is the initial phase in the customer? Let's say Airbus. We have specific methodology like LBIP, linear business improvement process, PDP for product development process, PDPs for maturity gates. Let's say there are 15 maturity gates in Airbus. It depends on the customer to customer. So the consulting play an important role where we identify each phase, how many tasks are required. So let's say going on the line, understanding what people are doing at the moment, and then you re-import or try to bring those your analysis and findings with help of digital tools, and you perform business value analysis. So that is how consulting play an important role to position and to tell the customer about the roadmap, what we are today and what we will be doing in next 6 months, and what impact and key values that will be bring. This is how the consulting will get started.
What about your team? I mean, how many people are involved, or are there special skills?
It depends on the project, the nature of the project, because sometimes the delivery is for a couple of months and sometimes project can go to couple of years also. And yes, our team is a 4 to 5 people team where we have a project leader. We work directly with the customer on site with their team. It is like it's knowing customer day to day and projecting the key aspect, what has been done yesterday and what we will be doing next week. So likewise, so we are 4 people. So like two will be supporting the project activities, one will be like understanding the requirement and convert it into the specific deliverables with the clear roadmap. And going forward in the and in another project, it's like a team of 6 to 7, depends on the activities.
And is it a project like specific to India, or are you involved maybe with other countries?
Yes, I would say it's a trans multicultural project. Currently, today, I've been pitching with the other another opportunities in the Simpa in the Spain industries also, where we have interesting customer in aerospace as well as another industry type like shipping. It's a multicultural project.
Okay, that's good. And but what do you like the most about this kind of project?
The project itself is a unique opportunity because you worked along with the customer and you get a feeling like a one team. So one team, one vision approach. This is something which makes you really, a challenging task, and it's a beautiful adventure to work on the final assembly line.
Okay, thank you for highlighting us on your role. That was very interesting. Also, I have one more question. COVID-19 crisis has impacted a lot aerospace industry, and of course, manufacturing didn't escape to this situation. So I wanted to have more details. What can you tell us about the future of manufacturing? I mean, how will you manage the after crisis?
Yes, I agree. Digital manufacturing, as said, it's an remains an emerging area in aerospace, and it's a new technologies are coming where we can see the applications from aerospace industries. Let's take an example: 3D experience, which is a Dassault system software. It gives a good platform to create digital twin and to continue the digital continuity, which is again connected with IoT platforms. And this is an interesting thing which customer still wants to implement that digital transformation as a program. As we undergo COVID-19 scenarios, now customers are more open to remote working, and therefore embedding India becomes more easy. Another example of this is recently we were responsible to lead an opportunity within Airbus across 4 groups where India can play a big role in digitalization for manufacturing. Similarly, we start to see good opportunity and a new customer from other geographies like Simpa Industry Spain, for example, who are interested with us to work on multiple projects after knowing our capacities. So yes, so COVID time during last couple of months, Q2 and Q3, we shifted our focus and in understanding the business in detail, and which is helping us to figure out more areas where we can support. We know the cluster, industrial process design, for example, industrial operational excellence. These are the areas where we are focused, and surely we are adding to build our skills and coming up with some innovation ideas to attract more business. In addition to that, the vision is to position our India team as consulting center for digital manufacturing. across Soprasteria Group, it would go beyond aerospace industry. It is a big mission which needs to bring manufacturing skills, future thinking, and investment along with the same axis.
Okay, thank you for your comment on this. So we were talking about the manufacturing and the lockdown. Now, how have you dealt personally with the lockdown?
So it was a new experience, but quickly we adapted to it thanks to our organization enabling us working from home. And personally, as I said, that I tried to add new skills in manufacturing skill. Like today, we know about the clusters in what we support from various geographies. So we support in IPD, that is Industrial Process Design, IOE, Industrial Operational Excellence. So it gave us a good platform and time to understand the own businesses, and so that we can realign ourselves and direct our energies how best we can support that. And definitely, it's a continuous process. We can keep on investing ourselves and to create those assets. So this is how it's going good so far.
So, Sandeep, I wanted to know if you have some advice for the young developers or the new joiners which are listening to us.
Yes, first thing I would like to advise is remain self-motivated. That is the first thing, which is really helpful. And knowing we all are human beings by birth and equal. So what differs is we grow with our skills, characteristic, and different qualities of our actions, leading to the greatness. And another thing is the first principle approach by Elon Musk.
So, Sandeep, maybe can you explain us what is the first principle?
First principle is when we look at the fundamentals and construct our reasoning from that. Let's say it start with the three steps. One is to identify and define our current assumptions. Second step would be breakdowning the problem into fundamental principle. And third step would be create new solution from the scratch. This is how first principle methodology or thinking will help, I would say. And Elon Musk comes with the SpaceX, PayPal, Tesla, and whenever there has been asking, so he used to give this first principle guidelines to the newcomers or youngster, I would say. Like the same way I could correlate with our SIMPA innovation drone program, where we have a given opportunity to deliver digital manufacturing services in this, where we have used our own local platform, and then we have created the digital manufacturing structure, that is product, process, and resource set, and it helps us to create some interesting proposal, and we could accelerate even further when we have a common platform.
So, thank you for this sentence. I think you are giving us the last word, of this podcast. So, do follow first principle. So, Sandeep, I would like to thank you for participating to Shape It and to highlight us on the digital manufacturing as well as your role of consulting. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Charlotte. I've been very fortunate to be part of this activity, which gives me immense sense of gratefulness to exchange this conversation within the group. I'm very thankful, and yes, thank you very much.
Thank you for listening this episode of Shape It. I hope you enjoy spending this time with us. We value your feedback, so don't hesitate to tell us if you have any comments. I will be happy to meet you again in 2 weeks for our next episode. Stay safe.